You are aggressively saving money for a retirement age that is mathematically designed to keep you poor. The traditional dream of retiring comfortably at 65 is the greatest financial illusion of our modern generation. Wall Street has completely brainwashed the middle class into handing over their wealth for 40 long years. You sacrifice your best years for a distant promise of freedom when your body is already declining. This is the brutal reality of the retirement system that your financial advisor will never tell you. They tell you to lock your hard-earned money in a magical vault and completely forget about it. But while your money is locked away, the financial elites are using it to build their empires. You take 100% of the risk while the fund managers take their guaranteed management fees. Even if the entire stock market crashes and burns, the Wall Street brokers still get paid handsomely. Let us expose the massive gap theory hiding inside your standard retirement account right now, today. You are told that historical market returns average about 8% every single year over the decades, but nobody adjusts those optimistic numbers for the real cost of living happening in the real economy. When you factor in the true cost of living, your actual return is almost 0% annually. You are essentially freezing your purchasing power while trusting the government to keep the economy perfectly stable. You might ask, but what about the free money from my generous employer's matching contribution program? That employer match is nothing but a brilliant psychological trick to keep you chained to a corporate desk. It forces you to depend on a single source of income for the best decades of your life. If you try to access your own money early to start a business, they hit you with massive penalties. The government created these penalties to ensure you cannot escape the traditional matrix of linear labor. They need your capital trapped in the system to artificially inflate the stock market for the ultra-wealthy. Think about the basic mathematics of waiting 40 decades to finally enjoy your own stored wealth. $1 million today will not buy you a modest lifestyle 40 years from this exact moment. By the time you are allowed to retire, $1 million might barely buy a decent used car. You are essentially trading the best, most energetic years of your youth for a highly uncertain future. The wealthy do not put their faith in mutual funds that they cannot control or directly influence. They understand that relinquishing control of your capital is the fastest way to become financial exit liquidity. The rich build and acquire assets that produce positive cash flow right now, today, in the present. They use that immediate cash flow to fund their lifestyle while the underlying asset continues to appreciate. They do not wait until they are too old to travel to finally start living their best lives. You have been sold a deferral strategy that solely benefits the institutions holding your money hostage. This is exactly why you see elderly people working at grocery stores to pay for their medical bills. They followed the traditional rules perfectly, but the rules of the game were fundamentally rigged against them. The financial system relies on you being a passive participant who blindly follows conventional, outdated advice. But what happens when you decide to take active control of your own financial destiny starting today? You stop giving Wall Street a free 40-year loan with your precious, hard-earned life energy. You redirect your capital into asymmetric opportunities where you have an actual informational or strategic edge. You invest heavily in your own specialized knowledge so you can increase your active earning capacity immediately. You buy cash-flowing real estate or build digital businesses that generate revenue while you are sleeping peacefully. These active assets give you the ultimate leverage, the ability to actually control your own time today. Financial freedom is not a specific age or a magical number in a restricted government retirement account. Financial freedom is having enough passive cash flow to cover your lifestyle expenses at any given moment. You can achieve this in 5 to 7 years if you completely abandon the traditional consumer mindset. But you must be willing to ruthlessly question everything your parents and teachers taught you about money. You must realize that the middle class roadmap is essentially a perfectly designed blueprint for lifelong financial mediocrity. Stop treating your money like a fragile antique that must be locked away in a dusty vault. Start treating your money like ammunition in a war for your own ultimate freedom and personal sovereignty. The elites want you to be a passive investor because passive investors are extremely easy to manipulate. Active investors disrupt the system by building wealth outside the control of major banking institutions and governments. Let us look at the concept of compound interest, which is constantly preached as the ultimate savior. Compound interest is incredibly powerful, but it's practically useless if the inflation rate outpaces your returns. Compounding a fundamentally broken fiat currency will only give you a mountain of increasingly worthless paper money. You must compound real assets, true knowledge, and high-value networks to outpace the rapid devaluation of currency. Every dollar you place in a restricted retirement account is a dollar that cannot be used for leverage today. It cannot be used as a down payment on a cash-flowing property that produces immediate monthly income. It cannot be used to fund a highly profitable marketing campaign for your own scalable digital business. You are sacrificing massive, immediate leverage for a tiny theoretical return in a highly uncertain, distant future. This is the exact opposite of how the top 1% build generation-changing wealth in record time. They use leverage heavily to pull their future wealth into the present moment as quickly as possible. They utilize good debt, advanced tax strategies, and other people's labor to accelerate their financial velocity exponentially. The speed of your money is just as important as the actual amount of money you possess. A stagnant retirement account has zero velocity, which means your wealth is effectively dying a slow death. If you want to escape the matrix, you must fundamentally change your relationship with time and capital. Stop waiting for permission from the government to finally access the wealth you spent your life building. Take your capital off the sidelines and put it actively into the financial battlefield to work immediately. Yes, active investing requires a significant amount of education, extreme discipline, and a tolerance for calculated risk, but the risk of doing nothing and relying on a broken retirement system is far more dangerous. The greatest risk of all is trusting your entire life's work to a system designed to exploit you. It is time to cancel your subscription to the middle-class dream and build your own private empire. The gap between where you are and true wealth is simply a massive gap in applied knowledge. You now know that the traditional 40-year path is a carefully constructed trap to steal your leverage. The only question left is whether you have the courage to step off the conventional path today. If you are ready to stop playing by their rigged rules, you need to subscribe to this channel. We are dismantling the financial matrix piece by piece so you can build real, unshakable wealth today. Do not let Wall Street dictate the terms of your financial freedom or the quality of your retirement. Start acting like a financial predator instead of remaining the perfect prey for the modern banking system. Your ultimate wealth is completely in your own hands, only if you take it back today.